This is what the last month was like for me. I had teeth extraction surgery and I decided to document the process so I could always remember. Sometimes last year, my orthodontist told me I had to get my wisdom teeth removed because they weren't well positioned. I tried to delay it as much as I could, but this year I just couldn't anymore. I was in so much pain that I had to be rushed to the dental emergency and I was scheduled for a surgery, extraction surgery. Now here's the twist. I thought I was only going to be getting 2 teeth out of my mouth, but they decided they were going to remove 4 because they had to remove the top ones if they were removing the lower ones. I was given a list of the things I'll be able to eat after the surgery, and the day before my surgery I decided to go get basically anything cold. I got ice cream, I got some yogurts, I got some bananas to make like mashed purees, and I got potatoes as well for mashed potatoes. Then I got pineapple because I saw online that if you take pineapple juice the night before your surgery, there are very high chances that you won't get a swollen face. So I got a pineapple so I could, juice it out and take that the day before my surgery. I also got some okras because I couldn't imagine myself living off just all these mashed things and yogurts. I knew that maybe I'll just be able to swallow something, so I got okras just in case. Anyway, this is what I looked like the day before. This was me on my way for the surgery. This was me before the surgery started. The extraction was quite fast and almost painless. I was just constantly feeling the pulls because they were trying to pull out something from the roots of it. After the surgery, I couldn't feel my mouth. Of course, I couldn't feel anything. So I was told not to spit, that I should try to swallow the blood, but I couldn't swallow the blood, so I had to keep like a tissue paper at every point in time. I took a nap when I got back home, and this is what I looked like 2 hours after the surgery. Now the pain, the anesthesia had worn off, and I wanted to have something to do because I hadn't eaten anything. First thing I had were this yogurts. I was just barely trying to like push the food inside my mouth. I took another like mashed apple sauce. Later that evening, I had more yogurt. I had like a fruit salad that I didn't chew. I was just swallowing. The stomatologist told me to take enough rest and just keep sleeping. So this was later that night. I was feeling better, less pain. I had some ice cream, and right after I had some mashed bananas for dinner. I was just very hungry. The next morning, this is what I looked like. Still no visible swellings except just a little on my jawline. I had some yogurts as usual, and I felt better. I was just having so much headache in my brain, like it was so painful. Later, I had some mashed potatoes. I ate mashed potatoes. But later, I had amala and okra. And I was actually shocked that I was able to swallow, the amala. It was quite difficult at first of all. I was able to swallow it. In case you don't know, amala is like something we eat in Nigeria, and it's one of our staple meals in my tribe. Now I started feeling better, started feeling cute. I was getting that color back to my face. I even stepped out the next day to visit someone, but I came back home with so much headache. To save you the long story, for the rest of that week, I was going out to church, fellowship, and I was coming back home with excruciating pain, bloodshot eyes, serious pains. And the next week after that, I also had to resume, and I was having so much headache, so much pains in my mouth, in my brain, like my head was banging. Anyway, I had my first rice 10 days after my surgery, and that means that's when I began to try to chew with the sides. I had my first meat about 18-19 days after surgery. Now it's exactly 1 month after my surgery, and I can eat anything I like, with caution of course. No consequences whatsoever. I'm grateful for life. I hope that one day if you have to go through extraction surgery, this video gives you clarity. Thanks for watching. Bye.